Each year in the UK alone, some 2,500 yearlings go to public auction, where they're offered for sale and where the dreams of their careers as future champions is first ignited. It may look like a simple process, but the work and preparation that goes into getting a yearling to sale is endless.
Most sales preparation lasts between 8 and 12 weeks. Every horse is slightly different, so you have to tailor your work program for the horse. But that's basically what most people look at. And obviously, some horses it's more intensive than others. Some horses which are, need to say, fat and lazy need a little bit more work than something that's light and is a fussy feeder. So, needs to say every animal's slightly different.
Tell us a little bit about what goes into the preparation.
Well, so the most important thing is to try and keep them in one piece, because needless to say, animals are hell-bent on self-destruction. But so what we're trying to do is trying to produce an article that looks like an athlete. And hopefully with the right conformation that will appeal to buyers with fashionable pedigrees.
Agents, trainers and potential owners will inspect each yearling for the unique formula they believe will make a particular horse a success on the track, a skill agent Bobby O'Ryan is renowned for.
Good horses have faults as well, but it's nice to start off with something that's nearly 100% correct anyway to start off, so we take it from there.
And what are you looking for when the horse walks?
Just a good swing to him, covers a bit of ground. I like to see a horse with a real good walk. He's going someplace, he's covering ground, and when he turns around there, comes back up against you, he's nearly 100% correct in front, and he's a good attitude, and he's a good set of knees on him, and good head, and good outlook, and good swagger to him, so I like him.
Now, this guy looks a good size for a yearling. Is that something that you also look for?
Yeah, he's quite big for an oratorio. Quite a lot of them are handy. This horse is damaged by a definite article, which will bring a bit of size into it. He's a horse that hopefully I'd like to try and buy, and he might do both codes if when he's finished on the flat he might go jumping.
It is the vendor's job to ensure each yearling is shown off in its best light on the day.
From a consignor's perspective, you really want horses that are acceptable to the majority. This is not always possible, but if you can find horses which basically, every horse has its plus points and its minus points, but if you can find horses which are acceptable to the majority, then hopefully you can sell those horses. This horse in particular, as you can see, he's a very well proportioned horse. He has great bone, great depth, great muscle definition. He looks athletic. He has an awful lot of quality about him, which is what I like him. And he's an athletic moving horse, he looks appealing to the eye. You can imagine, you're looking at the unopened package here, and you can imagine him being a racehorse, a successful racehorse.
The horse in question is Lot 274, and the vendors have high hopes for his future, not least because in addition to his good conformation, his pedigree also ticks the right boxes.
Right now, Shamadal is very popular, and this is a very nice colt that we have out of a champion in Germany called Borgia, and we think he's a pretty nice colt, and we're very hopeful for his prospects today.
Dubawi and Shamadal, it is so exciting to see two such young sires, not only breeding lots of winners, but breeding group winners, breeding really quality horses, whether it be Shakespearean, whether it be Pert's Voice, Sandvik's, and they're both breeding at the top level.
A horse's pedigree or bloodlines are very important in trying to determine how they will turn out, and as with anything, fashion plays a key role.
It's very fashionable, flat sires especially, to go in and out of fashion quite quick. You buy foals to resell them as yearlings. They could be gone out of fashion by the time you come back to the yearling sales, and those precocious horses. If they get a Royal Ascot winner or something like that, everybody wants one of them the following season,
With all the boxes ticked, the final step before a potential buyer makes the crucial decision to part with his hard-earned cash is the vet check. So what does the vetting process involve on the sales ground?
On the sales ground, really, there's three aspects of it that are very important. The most important is the physical examination of the limbs, the heart, the eyes, and so on. The next two aspects are scoping, basically to check the airway, to check for a disorder called laryngeal hemiplasia, which is basically when they go in the wind or they make a whistle. And also x-rays, so we do x-ray screening to check for major abnormalities and really to put things at ease for the purchaser, that there's nothing that's going to be a major problem when the horse goes into training.
At long last, all the weeks and months of preparation in this young horse's life come to a head as he enters the sales ring and awaits his fate. Tensions are running high. The yearling has proved a success, selling for 230,000 guineas, which is the equivalent of £241,500. Purchased by Angus Gold for Sheikh Hamdan, he's a colt with a future. The ordeal is almost over, but the final step is a post-sale wind test, where the horses lunge while the vet double-checks he is breathing correctly without making a noise. The result is good, and the colt now returns to his stable where he awaits the next phase of his journey. The next time we see him, he could be carrying the famous blue and white silks of his owner, Sheikh Hamdan.